Good morning, dear students, friends, and also the soldiers of Swami Vivekananda. Today, our discussion is specially dedicated to our sisters and women of our country and the world in general. Swami Vivekananda's idea about women education was completely different, unique, and perhaps we have never heard or seen just any other just women activist, or you can say champion for the cause of women freedom or women empowerment, just like Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda never wanted that women empowerment should be the right for women to get educated and then just enjoy all kind of just you can say wrong things done by men. Males, they drink, they smoke in public, they just misbehave with women. Maybe that they do not maintain their moral character or integrity. So such kind of things he never wanted that in the name of women education and empowerment we will create another bunch or group of degenerated human beings, degenerated, educated, intellectual men. He never wanted this. And that is why Swami Vivekananda wanted to give education to girls, to women, and he was in favor of women education. He was against that child marriage, all these things, all kind of atrocities against women. He was definitely, and he has declared that just our great national sins. He identified our great national sins are two, and that first one, neglect of the poor, and the second one, trampling the women, right? Treating them as child manufacturing machines. And this he never tolerated, and that is why he wanted that women should be given education, but then the education which will help them stand on their own feet, which will help them build their character, make them strong enough, or you can say they are qualified enough to earn their own life, own livelihood, on their own bread. And now the rest thing, what kind of life they are going to live, cannot be and should not be determined by men. What will be the nature of women freedom of women, that cannot be guided by men, isn't it? That to bring out the women from their home and just try to be entertainer of those so-called male activists fighting for women, you can say empowerment. So Swamiji never wanted this. Most of the male we have seen as teachers or as social activists, they start their journey, by helping some girls, some women, and whether they are married or unmarried, eventually they are ending with marrying one of the girls. They may be their students or the trainee under them, or they may be their subordinates. Because in male-dominated society like India, since long, the males, powerful males, they or so-called benevolent males, if they help or do not help also, or religious you can say, gurus or teachers or priests, right? They treat women as their wealth, as their property rather, and whether it is in the field of religion or any kind of social service activities, okay, benefiting women, they think that a girl who gets educated and just becomes successful in life, they have that they have you can say position on them. They treat them as their wealth, and the girl has no right to take any decision about her own life. So this is the outcome of you can say masquerading intention or motive. From the beginning, they had a different motive of helping women, and that is why actually Swami Vivekananda was so much critical of such acts like widow remarriage, because everybody would not be as strong and as pure character like that of Ishwarchandra Vidyasagar. So, just marrying women or a widow several times and then increasing the number of husbands, right, will never determine, right, the amount or magnitude of women freedom, isn't it? Nowadays we see we even those who are not widow and those who have their husbands already, they are also changing their every year husbands, or the so-called women activists, celebrities, male celebrities. They like every season they are changing their wives. Why is it happening? They don't have any control. They don't. Their basic instincts, their animal instincts, and they treat each and every women just as the object of satisfying their appetite, their carnal or an animal appetite. So these kind of people are abundant in our society in every field of in our social and national life, and all over the world also, to save women from these kind of that sharks, men just posing as women champions for the cause of just women empowerment. So Swamiji treated them as the greatest threat on the way of true women education and empowerment. So he invited Sister Nivedita, Ms Margarette Elizabeth Nobel from England to educate and empower our women in India, because no competent women at that time was ready to take up the church. Swamiji requested Sharla Devi, a relative of Rabindranath Tagore, most probably, just to work for the women and just following that ideal of spirituality or character building. But she did not agree, or actually could not accept Swamiji's invitation, and Swamiji did not actually uh, give that church of women education to any of his brother disciples or to any of his own disciples or to any devotees, male devotees of Ramakrishna mission. He entrusted that act on Sister Nivedita, and he hoped that being trained properly in the line of Srima Sarda Devi and great, I think that ideal of Indian women as found in Sita, Savitri, and Damayanti, and which culminated in Sharda Devi. He wanted them to project them as role models. Swamiji, for male or for female, he wanted that they, male and female, equally, they will be educated at the same time they will be also just protect their purity, chastity. They will just practice brahmacharya, purity of mind, purity of thought, and purity of body. They will maintain, because anything which is pure is strong. The crude oil is purified in the refinery. The more the purified the oil, the more strong it becomes as a fuel. With diesel and petrol, we can just run a car, but we cannot fly an aeroplane, and for that we need that just avian fuel, and this is just highly refined. So the more the refined or purified or pure does not mean any kind of weakness or compromise. Brahmacharya, chastity or celibacy, they are the proper and you can say most scientific method of preserving your most vital energy, vital force, you can say ultimate product of living a life of self-control, of purity, and that is brahmacharya. That is so that will help you gain the utmost intellectual power also, to be intellectually very sharp, and you can understand that for doing any kind of challenging work, achieving any target, this purity, this practice of brahmacharya is very much helpful, very much essential. That is why Swamiji wanted our women to get educated, to become self-reliant, and to earn their livelihood, but never and never compromising with purity. The women, Swamiji wanted to take part in every action, every activities in social or national life, in every field. Okay, and we see women are working in just you can say just with equal efficiency, in many cases with more efficiency, as teachers, as administrators, even in the army also they are working. They are the women, we can see they are going to the space also. So this is fine, but they will never compromise with their purity, because this is what the so-called cunning human beings, educated intellectuals, they in a very, you can say, just tacit way enslaved the women in the name of helping them. And in every field we have seen the example. A married teacher leaving his village home, just joining in a school in a distant place or in a town. Okay, and he has his wife and children there at home, and now coming to the new school or college or university, whatever it may be, they are helping some girls, okay, in learning things or the subject better, or maybe some poor girl, okay, just with money and the required guide to become established, and then just marrying with that girl student. How many cases, hundreds and thousands of such cases are there. And is it true women empowerment? The girl who is getting education, who is getting self-dependent, does she think about the wife of that teacher, of that office staff, or her superior in the office, that she is depriving another woman at home of that teacher, uh, of that superior in the office. So we never think that, or can imagine that a woman is becoming happier or changing her luck by depriving another woman and her children. So this can never be true women empowerment, and that is why Swamiji warned the male activists, women activists, who want to educate the women, that your duty will be up to that educate them, help them build their character, the women and the girls, they should be educated and they should learn to stand on their own feet. And now the men should stay away. They should leave the women alone to decide their own future course. They will not interfere into each and every aspect of their life. Now, what a greater, you can say, example of women empowerment we can see in the entire history of human, you can say, religion or politics, that an organization like Ramakrishna Mission, which is peopled by all renouncing monks, celibates, is being headed by women, an uneducated, just village woman, Srima Sharda Devi. Swami Vivekananda declared her as the Sangha Janani even before the Belur Math or Ramakrishna Mission was established. And when everyone debated how much money would be sufficient, okay, for the for the you can say smooth living livelihood of Srima Sharda Devi, after passing away of Sri Ramakrishna, they proposed 7 rupees, 8 rupees. Swami Vivekananda said he could not think of anything less than rupees 25 every month for Srima Sharda Devi for her own just need. So this is the thing. Swami Vivekananda is making Sharda Ma as the Sangha Janani, as the head, as the CEO of Ramakrishna Math and Mission worldwide, and is the first instance. And he did it not because he had a lot of respect for his Gurudev. His Guru Sri Ramakrishna, according to him, was the greatest of all incarnations. In the same manner, he understood, he realized, right? Srima Sharda Devi as the highest incarnation of that universal motherhood, which we call Durga or Kali, whatever it may be. So that is why Sharda Ma was actually declared the head of Ramakrishna Mountain Mission, and we have seen it. The world conquering monk Swami Vivekananda coming back to Belur Math, to Kolkata, and when there was plague and hundreds and thousands of people were dying helplessly, Swami Vivekananda wanted to sell the land he had purchased for establishing the Belur Math. At this, Srima Sharda Devi, when she came to know Sharda Devi, she protested and she sent that order that you ask Naren to just to reject his idea or just stop taking such kind of decision, because firstly the land which Swamiji purchased was registered in the name of Sharda Devi. So Shardama was the owner. So how there is a question of authority. How could Swami Vivekananda, being the you can say disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, who could not even squeeze a lemon because the ownership of that garden where the lemon tree was there, tree was there, was changed before the lemon was actually picked from the lemon tree. So he could not squeeze the lemon. Sri Ramakrishna, being such a disciple, when the land is not owned by Swamiji himself, how could he take a decision of selling it? And the second thing is that this would not be the sole case of any that human suffering or plight in the shape of plague that once they are served, and all the miseries of the people of the nation of the country or people of the entire world just would go away. It will never happen. Time and again, such kind of natural calamities or epidemics, they will just come, and people will suffer. If there is an organization, charitable organization like Belur okay, and if it has its own building, it's then only from there monks and the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, they can serve such kind of people. So this is the highest wisdom of a very you can say efficient administrator which was there in Srima Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda immediately recognized his own mistake, and he apologized for that, and he also just you can say put off his decision of selling Belgium, and we could see that money and other helps just were actually procured, were collected. They came, and the work for helping the plague affected people was done very successfully. So, in some other cases also, we see how much respect Swami Vivekananda really had, and other monks also. When a man was caught with stealing worker at Belur Math, Swamiji summarily just dismissed him from his job and asked him to leave the mart. The man in question, without any single word, right, of request, he directly went to Jairambati to Srima Sharda Devi, and yes, he begged her apology and also favor so that he could actually continue in his job. Sardama wrote a letter, and with the letter sent him to Swami Vivekananda, and saying that because he was a householder and he had his parents, wife, and children to take care of, and that is why if he had lost his job, then he would have to resort to just all kind of you can say illegal practices, maybe stealing or maybe cheating, fraud, or forgery in order to earn the bread for his family members. So that is why he should be forgiven and be reinstated in his own work, in his own position. Swamiji obeyed it, saying that he was a clever fellow and had directly gone to the High Court. Swamiji treated Sharda Devi as the High Court or the highest authority. So it was not nominal, it was not titular. Nowadays we see women are working, they are holding such posts as the president of India, or maybe the ministers uh, in any state, isn't it? Minister in a state or member of legislative assembly, MLA, or MPs, member of parliament, they are holding posts, they are becoming pradhans, anchal pradhans, and all such kind of political posts, or in government post also we see. But they are chiefly, and you can say, controlled by men, powerful men in any organization, whether political or religious organizations, or any kind of social service organizations. We see that because it is in the rule that women should also be given certain share of the power which enjoyed by men, and that is why they do it just for the sake of rule only, and because the posts are reserved, because the husband who was a chief minister is in jail. That is why in a reserve post they are the male dominated organizations. They are allowing women of their choice, okay, for candidate fighting election, or as a chief minister or minister, whatever may be, but they are actually controlled. So this is not proper women empowerment. It should be in letter and spirit, and that is what Swamiji wanted. Now, second thing, Swamiji wanted our women to get educated and at the same time capable enough to protect themselves from or against any kind of atrocities, whether it is domestic violence, or whether atrocities in the shape of right, you can say, superiors in office or in society, just anywhere. That is why Swamiji advised, rather suggested, that along with character building education, so that women can stand on their own feet, they will also take training in karate or physical fitness, so that they can fight, they can defend themselves, and they can earn their own livelihood. They will work with men in every field, and women will be allowed the all kind of freedom in deciding their own fate in their future course of life. So this is true women empowerment, what Swami Vivekananda wanted for our women, and that is why he projected Sima Sharda Devi as the role model. There should be wisdom, at the same time there will be purity, attitude of service, but at the same time that strength and courage of lioness, who can just kill the brutes when they would try to cross their limit, and just play with their modesty, play with their chastity. So, if we see all these things in view of Swami Vivekananda, we have no other way just to actually accept, but to accept, no other way but to accept that this is the most enlightened and most liberal, at the same time the strongest idea of women, true women empowerment, which was actually professed by Swami Vivekananda, not only professed or preached, but also practiced. Thank you.